Song of the Siren, Rusty Shackle, Under a Bloodshot Moon. Seafaring theme right through to the end, I guess. You can see Rusty Shackle at St Paul's Church, Weston-super-Mare this Saturday. That's it. Thanks for listening. If you've missed any recent folk shows, use the BBC Sounds app to find those. And I'll be back next Wednesday at 9 when Jackie Oates, who once knitted me a version of myself, she'll be live in session. Really looking forward to hearing Jackie again. Trevor Nelson's coming up next after the news. This was a 7 Digital production for BBC Radio 2. On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Justine Green. The police watchdog, which is investigating the shooting by police of a 24-year-old man in South London, say no gun that didn't belong to the police was found at the scene. Chris Carber, who's a rapper, died late on Monday night after a police chase. Sansha Berg reports.
The Independent Office for Police Conduct said that at around 10 p.m. on Monday night, police officers in an armed response vehicle stopped the car Chris Carber was in. Its number plate was linked to an earlier firearms incident. A shot was fired by a police officer. Chris Carber was taken to hospital, but died later that night. Investigators have searched the scene and the vehicle. They say no non-police issue firearm was found. The family understand this to mean he was unarmed. Today they called for a full murder investigation from the outset.
Liz Truss has used her first appearance at Prime Minister's Questions to rule out imposing a windfall tax on energy companies' profits to pay for her plan to tackle rising gas and electricity bills. Ms Truss confirmed that her proposals for England, Scotland and Wales would be announced in the Commons tomorrow. The Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has repeatedly asked her how they'll be funded. Families of some of the 10 people killed in an attack in Western Canada have been speaking publicly about their loss. Bonnie Burns and her son Gregory were both found dead in the James Smith Cree Nation Reserve on Sunday. Her brother Mark Arkund described what happened when he heard.
My first reaction when I got there was to go see my sister and my nephew and touch her and hold her. Couldn't do that. None of our family could do that. She was killed by senseless acts. Her son, she was protecting her son. She was protecting these 3 little boys. This is why she's a hero.
The Queen postponed a meeting of the Privy Council this evening after being advised to rest by doctors. The 96-year-old, who's been suffering with mobility problems recently, met Boris Johnson and Liz Truss at Balmoral yesterday. Scientists have used a woman's hypersensitive sense of smell to create a test for Parkinson's. Researchers in Manchester say the new method, which needs to be validated in a lab before it can be widely used, can detect the condition in 3 minutes. The test was inspired by Joy Milne from Perth, who noticed a change in her husband 12 years before he was diagnosed.
It was just before his 32nd birthday. His smell changed quite radically, and it was quite a musky, dank smell, and I thought he wasn't showering enough. We returned to Scotland once he retired because of his Parkinson's, and I walked into a Parkinson's UK meeting and I realised that everyone else in the room with Parkinson's smelt the same as Les.
And the weather mainly dry overnight, but showers are likely across southern and eastern England and eastern Scotland. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 10.
Thank you very much, and thanks to Mark Radcliffe. Welcome to Wednesday night's Rhythm Nation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's go! It's Trevor Nelson's Magnificent 7.
Always glad to have you on board. Welcome to the show once again, and we've got 7 tunes stacked up for you. Calling it the Magnificent 7. If you want to mention, text me 88291, WhatsApp 08000 288 291, or email trevor@bbc.co.uk.
The Magnificent 7 on BBC Radio 2.